Do you want something?
I'd like to ask a favor of you, Hal.
Of course. What is it?
I heard you're picking people to carry water. No one needs the job more than Antonia.
Adam never mentioned any Antonia.
I'm not surprised, but Antonia really needs that job.
And what's wrong with her husband?
He was cut down in the raid, and he's not getting any better. And Antonia has no money for treatment.
Do you think she'll be able to handle carrying those buckets? It's quite far, and up that hill.
She's no princess. She's tough enough.
All right. I'll bear it in mind.
Bear it in mind? What does that mean?
It means I'll think about it. The bailiff has the last word.
Well, if he's got something against giving the job to a woman, then try and get Vincent in at least. He might not have anyone on their deathbed, but his mother has no one else.
How are you?
You've an honest trade. How come you got mixed up in crime?
Evil times. The harvest failed, and there was no grain to mill, and a child to feed on top of it all. I had no choice. And meanwhile, the lords in the castle and the monks in the monastery stuffed their craws to bursting. Where's the justice in that?
So you took justice into your own hands, is that it? And now you take whatever you need?
Pull your head out your arse, Henry, and take a good look around you. Wars come and go, but nothing really changes. It's the poor that do the dying, and the nobles who reap the rewards. We have to survive somehow, so why concern ourselves with morals? Good luck, then.
Look what I've got for you. That's a good boy. That's my boy. Look what I've got. Look what you're.
Good health to you.
Are you happy with your new work?
They're good carpenters, but someone constantly has to step.
Really?
Yes, yes. When I'm there with them, everything goes. Take care now.
God be with you.
So what do you think about the work?
If I hadn't put in a good word for them, the miller would have thrown the...
It's good they have someone to look out for.
Oh well.
Glad to fucking see you, Henry.
How do you like it at the mill, Fritz? It's got to be better than the mines.
It's worse here than at Scarlett's. There you could disappear without anyone noticing. But here...
But why would you want to disappear? Nimoy isn't here.
No, he's not. But the local foreman is an even bigger ass.
I'm not sure that's possible.
You better believe it. I'd like to pay him back for everything and drown him in the river.
Drowning? What's he done to you?
It was the first or the second day here. We had a disagreement and I told him off. And then...
Well, how did you get out? I thought you couldn't swim.
I can't. They pulled me out.
I see. Well, I'd be pretty fucking angry too. So you want to pay him back?
Exactly. I don't give a shit about anything around here. But that bastard's in need of a good trouncing.
What about the others at the mill?
The miller's an old fool. He believes every word that comes out of Thomas's mouth. It's hopeless. And then there's the miller's daughter. She's a pretty lass. And
Do you think he's jealous? Is she a sweetheart? And what do you want to do about it? Do you think you can...
no fucking chance. Matthew hopes so because he likes it here.
So how do you plan on dealing with it?
Perhaps. But first...
And you think that will help?
maybe. Maybe he'll knock some sense...
That... might...
So why don't you arrange a fight with him?
What?
We could lure him off someplace far away and then wait for him.
I'll think about it. I still want to ask... I spoke with him briefly and he doesn't seem...
Then you ought to try working with him. He's a sneaky bastard. And arrogant. You should see how...
Who's Lawrence? Another mill hand?
Aye, but at the neighbouring mill. They call him the Wren. Damned it.
I want to get better.
So,
I'm interested in...
wouldn't you like to learn the...
Well,
Goodbye.
Greetings, Henry.
I've heard you don't have it easy here.
So you spoke to Fritz then? I bet that wasn't quite how he put it.
No, not quite. Apart from Thomas's name, the rest was mostly swear words.
I can imagine. I've been hearing the same from him all week. The foreman here is a pain in the arse. He's trying either to wear us to the bone or force us to leave.
Always forcing you to work, is he?
If only. That wouldn't be so awful. But nothing we do is good enough for him. There's always some reason for him to yell at us.
I can imagine.
You know what it's like. We do too little, and it takes us too long, and what we eat's worth more than the work we've done, and it's no fun listening to that sort of shit day after day.
And the miller won't stick up for you. I would have thought all the yelling would drive him mad.
Not really. He trusts that loudmouth bastard more than us. He's got us down for a pair of parasites.
I see.
What's so stupid is the mill really needs us. They haven't had any hands here for quite a while, and the mill needs a lot of fixing. But with them around, we can't even get to work.
And you definitely don't... You don't ever provoke him?
I've already told you once, he's an arsehole. I'd say there's nothing we can do about it. If he wants to yell at us,
Have you tried talking with him?
what do you think? But that just sets him off. He starts saying we're practically bandits and what he's going to do about it. That gets Fritz going, and he starts yelling too, and...
And what do you want to do about it?
Actually, I'd like to stay here, at least for a bit. I never would have thought I'd like working in a mill, but not with him around. It's unbearable.
Me? Do you think they'll listen to...
They did once already, didn't they? They hired us.
Back then, making promises was an...
You can forget about the miller. It's Thomas you need to convince. The miller takes his opinion seriously.
Fine. I'll try and...
I'm glad. But try not to get...
I'll keep that in mind. I'd like to... I'd never have...
Well, get a job here as a hand and you'll soon see.
And what does he do during the day?
Good one. He keeps his eye on everything, but his hand only touches the saw when the miller shows up.
Why?
The last time he did anything, he almost took his thumb off with a chisel. I wouldn't put an axe in those paws of his either.
So, he's clumsy and arrogant. That's what you said about your last master.
Aye, but at least you could sneak away from old Nimoy for a bit.
I'd like you to teach... I'd like to hone...
But,
Well,
God be with you.
about those...
It's a wonder.
But you need the help anyway. And they're pretty handy.
Maybe. But they're in no danger of overworking themselves. They act like they're too good for the mill. And I saw them eyeing up Jane.
Nothing strange about that. She's a pretty girl, and she's of an age to marry.
It's not marriage they've got on their minds. They'd have their way with her, then before her belly started to grow, they'd have run for the hills.
Look, we can reach an agreement. You need the mill fixed, they need the money. If they have peace to do their work, they'll be able to finish it faster.
But
And then they'll take their groschen and leave. The mines will open again, and the faster they get their money, the quicker they'll be gone.
But do you really think I can trust them to do it? Will they do their work and leave? And leave Jane alone in the meantime?
Of course. They're not interested in the mill. They just need the coin to pay their debts. Once they've got enough, they'll have no reason to stay here.
I never thought we could sort it out this way.
I've known them for a long time, and you can rely on them when it comes to this. Everybody will be better off.
All right. If they keep their part of the bargain, I'll even give them a few extra groschen. But woe betide them if they don't. You can tell them that. God be with you.
Greetings, Henry.
It took some doing, but I made a deal with him.
I'm glad to hear it. So we can stay here? He'll leave us be?
He'll leave you alone, but there are conditions. Once you finish your job, you'll vanish from here. But you'll get an extra groschen or two for your troubles.
And that's it? I thought... oh, never mind.
Oh, and you're to stop dallying with the miller's daughter. Keep on mucking about with her and you'll muck things up for yourselves.
The fucking bastard. He can go fuck himself. He'd better give us enough groschen to make it worth it. But I suppose I should thank you. You may have bought us some peace and quiet, and that's better than nothing. Here's something for your help. See you later.
God be with you.
Are you the brawler who takes...
What's it to you?
I'm a Skalitz refugee, and I'd like to try my luck against you.
Hang on, I know who you are. And I'll...
Why for silver?
Do I really have to tell you? Look at yourself, and then look at the others. All they've got to wager is their...
Are there any rules?
Aye, a couple. Whoever lands on his arse or runs, loses. And no knives, axes, or any of that shit. Goodbye.
Flour, egg, salt, yeast. Let it bake a bit and you'll be able to feed the whole family with fresh breads.
What do you want from me?
Did you find out?
Take care.
Good people, come up close and have a smell. Fresh bread. Pour yourself a bit of fresh milk to drink.
I'm glad to see.
I'd like to ask about our former neighbours. There are jobs here for some of them, and I have to pick people.
The bailiff told me about it. He still wants our people to do the knacker's job?
What of it? It will benefit everyone.
Not everyone. There's not enough work for everyone, and no one wants to do the knacker's job.
But having a job could save someone's life.
Water carrying, maybe. But if they have to do a job that's not fit for a decent person, only for the knacker or the executioner's servant?
So you think there's no point in it? That it's better to beg than have a job, even if it is hauling shit?
You forget that that's a job for the knacker's hired hand, not for displaced people. When we return to Skalitz, they'll never be able to rid themselves of the stink.
So, do you know who's most in need of some coin and is fit for hard work?
Everyone's in need of coin, but not everyone is fit for such work.
Who should I talk to then? Where will I find them?
I'll talk to them myself and send them to meet you in front of the Rathaus, so they'll all be in one place. It'll take me a while, though.
I'm also looking for a cook. Do you know of a good cook who's looking for work?
Well, there's Agnes. I've heard she can cook better than anyone. Only...
Well, what's the problem? Did something happen to her?
No, it's just that I haven't seen her around here for ages. I believe she's cooking for the local parish priest and live...
Thanks. I'll go. How are you coping?
As well as we can, Henry. You can be glad Sir Radzig took you into his service. I hear you even go hunt now.
I've been once.
Ah, it's a shame. Because I'm sure you know there's a lot of hungry mouths here.
You mean you want me to bring you game from the woods? Are you mad? That's poaching.
No, that's not what I meant. It's the townspeople. A few of the burghers have been to see me already, to ask if we'd try our luck in the woods. They promised us a plot, but we can't afford to take the risk of poaching. We're barely tolerated as it is. But I was thinking, you're in Sir Radzig's gang.
Well, I got away with brawling with Laura Capon, so I don't suppose they'll
Great, Henry. I really appreciate it. The local tailor was asking me about getting some hares to put on a feast for a visiting merchant.
All right, I'll bring you something.
Thank you. You'll be saving us from starvation. See you later.
Please. Oh. Thank you. Thank you 100-fold. Have a good heart. You all know what happened then. Help your brother.
God be with you.
The bailiff sent me. He said you're looking for a cook.
That's right. I'm searching for a good cook, but I've said all that to our esteemed bailiff.
Well, I offered the bailiff my help because I know the Skalitz folk.
Ah, I see. Well, ask away then.
Do you have any particular requirements for the new cook?
Well, it would be an advantage if she knew how to cook.
Well, yes, but the bailiff said you had a...
Well, I want a woman who's capable of looking...
Young?
What for? I want her to impress people with her food.
I understand. Sorry. I also heard there are vacant carriers.
Yes, yes. I'm surprised it hasn't occurred to anyone sooner. It will...
It will benefit my people as well.
Of course, of course.
I also heard that you need workers to carry...
It's not dignified to talk of such manners. Decent people.
But I need to know...
Enough. I won't have such talk in my home. God be with you.
What do you want from...
God be with you.
Can we do something?
Well... Come now. Aye, that would do.
I've got it all fixed.
Hey, hold right there. Show me what
Good
you have on
fella.
you.
Ah. Look what I've...
Show me what you've got concealed. Hey. Well then. Get going.
Look what I've got for you.
Stop for a bit. I'll just give you a quick search.
What's going on?
For security reasons.
I'm here on important business, and you're going to hold me up with some bloody inspection.
Well, if that's the way it is, go ahead then.
Good health. Goodbye.
Let's have a word about the price.
Well, we can try it.
What about this?
Well, now, a little more. See now, I knew we'd come to an agreement.
Good fella. Look what I've got.
God's blessing.
Are you Agnes, who works at St. James?
I am, or I did, before those devils rolled in and burnt.
I'm looking for a good cook and housekeeper, and everyone I asked said...
I've been blessed by...
So it seems. Anyway, the local merchant wants someone who can cook food fit for nobility and take care of his household.
Well, Father Francis was very fond of good food, but I can't just go serve someone else.
Why not?
Because I'm still Father Francis's housekeeper.
But I heard he fled and isn't coming back.
Don't pay any attention. They're just...
Where's Father Francis now?
I don't know. The last time I saw him, he was going to confession in Sasau. But that was before all these...
Does he go to Sasau often? Where does he stay when he's...
Not so often. About once a month.
I'll ask around about what happened to Father Francis. I'll let you know.
Goodbye. Beneath thy mercy we take refuge, O Blessed Virgin.
Nick? Get him!
Ja, ich mach das mässiga. Itt lesz valahol. A picsába hagyd már! Elég volt. Jól van, jön. Feladom.
Good boy. Look what you're...
Yeah. Yeah.
Good day to you.
Any chance of some work?
Well, come to think, there is one rather delicate matter to attend to. A while he said he'd come from the Holy Land, and he was selling various
I see.
Well, I heard he had some fragments of a sacred sword that once belonged to the fabled Czech queen, but by the time he reached me, he had no pieces left of the sword. All he had was some dubious wares, splinters from our Lord's...
And where did the pieces of the...
He sold them off to swordsmiths and blacksmiths hereabouts. They just keep them lying around at home for good luck. If I... Can you even imagine what power it would command? If you could get me all the pieces...
Are you sure the Queen of Sheba's a Czech?
Who else would she be? Have you not heard of her?
Uh-huh. Isn't it a bit strange that some pilgrim...
Are you suggesting you might have been lying? Well, people aren't to be trusted, but this is nothing to joke about. God would smite him in a flash if he made light of holy relics that way.
What kind of power did this sword have?
What do you think? It brought its bearer good luck in...
Where can I find the powers?
Like I said, the smith hereabouts bought them from me. They say the largest piece is with the Ratai swordsmith. The bastard probably won't want to sell.
I could do with a sword like that.
Well, everything has its price, but this one would be expensive. Getting hold of the bits is one thing. Forging them back together is quite another. That tinkerer from Ratai couldn't manage it.
Well, it does sound very interesting.
Excellent. Take care now. May the Lord watch over you.
about you, sir?
Are you in need of a helping hand?
Up an hand? No.
I understand. The roads aren't safe these days.
No, that's not what I meant. Beef and pork I can get plenty of. But the burgers here...
You want me to poach game?
Heaven forbid I would ever suggest such a thing.
I don't want to spoil your plans, but game doesn't grow on...
No, but if you happen to be walking in the woods and...
All right. Let's say I'll take a walk in the woods and I'll come across something.
Excellent. I'm glad. Get me a wild boar for now, so I can see what you could... May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah.
I know you.
What?
Of course, my dream. You were in a boat.
All right. Tell...
That dream. Yes, that dream has come true. I dreamt that a young...
And that's supposed to be me?
Who else? What's your name, young man?
Henry.
Henry. So, Henry, are you ready to become my apprentice?
First, tell me.
Me? I am an unworthy, low, and miserable servant of Providence. Scholar or merchant, believer or heathen, without home or kin, ointments, relics.
What exactly does it...
A lot of work and strenuous labor, knowledge of medicine, theology, and white magic. That's why God...
All right, I'll be your apprentice.
Wonderful! Oh, glory!
So, how do you plan to start training me?
With a test of your practical skills.
Oh.
I have my eye on 3 rare objects of great...
Go on.
First, I need a tooth of Saint Procopius. Then I'll need a branch from a topping out hung on a church. And finally, a talisman, or luck, from a passionate friend.
Bloody hell, that's a lot. All right, one thing at a time. About that tooth.
I know. Yes, it would be very difficult to gain such a rare relic, of course.
I'm listening.
A layman named Procopius lives by the monastery. And it just so happens, thanks to...
How did you find out he...
as it happens...
And how am I supposed...
I haven't the faintest idea. You'll have to think of...
Fine.
Wonderful.
This topping out?
You're not a carpenter.
No, I'm a...
I see. Well, a topping out is a decorated spruce or a conifer tree hung on top of the roof of a new house to bring good...
No. Then all we need to do is break off a branch somewhere, buy a few ribbons, and we've got...
You don't understand, young man. The topping out was sanctified by a priest, and it hangs on the highest church...
Fair enough. That topping off is hung...
Naturally. It hangs on the...
And how am I supposed to get it down?
Damned if I know. But they...
Very well. This player's talisman.
I actually have a specific one in mind. Here at the inn, there's a dice...
A cat's paw? I thought players bring along...
I thought so too. But this man is winning one game.
Oh. How am I supposed to get the talisman from him?
I haven't a clue. It won't be easy, but I'm sure you'll find a way.
We'll see. Very well. I'll get looking for them.
Excellent! You do that, my job.
About those other things. I'll get looking.
Excellent!
I'm looking for a piece of the remain.
Are you now? And
For a friend. He'd like to have something.
quite a reasonable fellow. I have a piece.
And it's from St. Procopius.
Well, he was definitely a good fellow. Well, at least not a bad one.
All right, what do you want for it?
A precious piece, that one. I see.
You mentioned a piece of the remains of.
Why? I have a piece.
And it's from St. Procopius.
Well, he was dead.
All right, what do you want for it?
A precious piece, that one.
Who's there? When?
Clear off before I have you thrown out.
There's something here.
Hey, what are you doing here? Clear off quick, or I'll throw you out. What are you doing here? Clear off before I have you thrown out. You've no business here. Clear off.
Father, I need your help urgently.
You? I recognize you. You're the Skeleton.
Yes, that I am.
I'm sorry. What did you want?
It may sound strange, but I need you to go back to St. James. The locals need their spiritual shepherd.
No. No, certainly not, my boy.
Why? It is your...
A parish that's little but a ruin these days. And besides, God forgive me, but...
It isn't completely safe, but most of them are gone.
As my father used to say...
How did you manage to get...
I didn't. I wasn't there during the raid.
Then why aren't you with our folks at Raton? What if Sir...
Look, here I'm an honored guest and well cared for. In Ratai, there's hardly room enough for the refugee, which happens to be mutual. The last thing I want to be doing is haggling with him over where I can...
He certainly isn't known for being generous. Don't you feel any shame? Think of all those Christians who faced death and never betrayed their faith.
That's something else entirely.
No, it's not. They weren't afraid to face death, and you're squirming at the thought of some slight danger.
Haven't you seen how they ransacked the place? Does that seem slight to you? Well, not to me.
The Cumans are gone, but the townsfolk won't come back. And why should they, when the man who ought to set an example, the one they look up to, is shitting himself?
The Lord forgive me. You're right. I should go back.
There. You see? Now I hear a man talking.
And where will I live? My house in Skalitz must surely be in ruins.
You can live right there at St. James. I'm sure the locals will be grateful enough to give you a roof over your head.
Well, it's true they've treated me kindly, and I do owe them. Very well. I will go back.
Thank you. The people from St. James will never forget this. Father, when do you plan to return to St. James?
I beg your pardon. Why do you ask?
Your housekeeper, Agnes, is in Ratai and doesn't want to work for anyone else. She's waiting for...
So she survived. Thank the Lord. I prayed for her and all who suffered, but I'm not going back. Good luck to you.
Father, I'd like to speak...
I already told you. I'm...
Do tell me, Father, why don't you like the Ratai?
Have you never met him? Now, there's a man without it. When he sits in judgment, he's needlessly cruel. Yet when he's censored, he...
You're right. He really is like that. But how can you criticize him?
That's not the same thing as...
Isn't it? Maybe not to you or him, but the people won't see it that way. You've both failed your...
You can't possibly mean that.
It comes down to the same thing in the end. Having a scoundrel for a priest, or having nobody at all. You have a calling, so follow it.
You're right. Of course, you're right. I should take care of...
There. You see? Now I hear a man talking.
And where will I live?
You can live right there at St. James.
Well, it's true they've treated...
Thank you. The people from St. James will never forget this.
Take care now.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here.
What do you want? Good luck then.
Beneath thy mercy we take refuge. What do you want from...
I asked around. Father Francis is doing well in Sasau. He has no...
You talked to him? How is he doing? Doesn't he need his cassette fixed? He's always tearing it. There isn't a pew or a...
As I said, he's doing just fine.
God bless. Goodbye.
God be with.
You're interested in carrying water?
I am. It's about time something good.
I agree.
What? But I want the work.
What makes you so deserving?
I was the owner of a mine.
The chief, eh? But have you...
There's no hill in a mine.
It's hard work carrying...
So is taking care of them.
It's not quite the same thing, is it?
I wasn't born a mine owner, you know. I've done my...
There's also the option...
Are you trying to insult me?
True. That's why it pays...
Double, hey? Oh, that's not bad, but, double.
How are you holding up in Rattay?
Not too well. I've tried offering my admin...
He's not an easy man to deal with, true enough.
Well, if he gives you a chance...
And the bailiff complained he couldn't get a word out.
I refused to talk to him. Last time I did, he was vulgar, shouted and threatened.
Well, I can see how that... What would you give me if I put in a good word?
So that's how it is it? An honest person can't get a job. Only one who's...
Come now. I just want to help, but I'll have my job cut.
All right. I don't have anything, but I know the armourer.
Cheap armour might come in handy or...
Done. As soon as I get the job, come and see me.
That's enough for now.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good health. Take care. Eternal rest.
Stop! I need to search you.
Why?
Such are my orders.
I'm here on important business, and you're...
Yeah.
Huh. God's bless.
What do you want?
I want to work. And I heard...
It's true. Do you know how to cook? If you...
Where would I learn to cook food?
But Alex has already picked people.
He didn't ask me, though. So...
Be that as it may, I already have the people I need to carry water.
I'm strong enough to knock goodbye.
He's dying.
He's badly wounded. So poorly he's...
Sorry to hear it.
I already owe the apothecary a small fortune.
What did you do in Scallop?
I was at the silver works, roasting the ore and washing...
Oh, Christ. Things got very ugly there. I suppose that's where...
What else could I do?
All right. I'll think about it and talk to the...
And you'll tell him to take me, right? Goodbye. Mother of... Goodbye.
Good day to you.
You're one of the people interested in work?
Well, Alex told me that I'm supposed to ask about a job carrying water. Peter. But everyone calls me Rob. There was more than enough.
At the mines?
That's right. I worked in the East Shaft, and I hope I'll be working... Now that I think of it, have you heard anything from their lordships? When will they open the mines again?
I don't know and don't care.
I suppose not.
How badly do you...
Well, right now there doesn't seem to be much work around for miners. And at least I can earn a...
It's not easy work, though. It's a long way to carry...
Do you think it was easier in the mines? Digging through rock and...
There's one more option.
What? For the
It's a job.
But what would people say? I need money badly, but I couldn't go back.
But it would be twice the pay.
The money would help, true enough.
Look at it this way. You earn double the money in the same time. Money in half the time. That's not bad, is it?
Well, you have a point. I could get it over and done with quick.
Good. I'm sure you won't... How are you holding up?
You mean this here?
What happened to it?
That time in Scallets. I was knocked down by a hole.
But can you handle carrying water?
Sure I can.
That's enough for now.
Good luck to you.
My God, what happened to you? You look... God be with you.
What do you... Take care.
Good fella. Ah. Look what I've got.
Take care.
I'm glad to see you. I'd like to talk to you. That's all I need to know.
Good luck.
Take care. there's still something...
Yeah.
At the mine.
But you...
The bailiff said he couldn't get...
Well, he's not a popular man.
Maybe. If you lot had just talked to him, I wouldn't have to run around...
You might be right. But there's...
What would you give if...
Good work.
Sure. If I put in a good word for somebody...
But I haven't got a pot to piss in.
Oh?
I heard about it at the mine.
So, what did you...
They found something they wanted kept a secret.
The punishment for stealing the king's silver is...
I know, but you can't be burned for stealing silver.
That's enough for now.
Farewell.
You're dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going. You're dead.
Well then. Come on. Here, go.
Gone weak at the knees, have you?
Damn!
I yield! You hear? I'm surrender!
Leave me be! Enough! You win!
You'll have to pay up, if you insist. Sick?
What's that? What are you doing here? Tired of life, are you?
I'll let you go, but the weapon stays here.
I agree.
There's... Yeah. To me.
Quiet!
What's going on now?
The brew's gone.
You could have saved some.
I know, but I didn't. Can you get me more? Take care. I won't get any sleep. I just won't get any sleep. Quiet!
Brew?
Good luck then.
I've got something for you.
Really?
Here you go. And save some of it. I don't want to hear you ranting again tomorrow.
Thank you. See you later.
Hopefully I have...
Thank you. With any luck, I'll soon be feeling better. If you find the time, stop by to see me in a few days. Goodbye.
That's a good... Look what I've... Look what...
My respects to...
I have a bone for you from the remains of Saint...
Truly? Then show it to me.
Behold.
Ah. Is it really from Saint Procopius?
Of course. I'd never try to deceive you that way.
You're right. My God, you're right. Such holiness. I'm in your debt, Henry. How can I repay you?
A groschen never hurt.
You've surely earned them. Here, and Henry.
Yes?
I just wanted to touch it for luck. If you took something you shouldn't have, I expect you'll put it back. Good luck then.
Henry!
How are the sick and wounded faring? I don't think there's anything more I can do for them.
You did what you could. Truly. I don't know what I would have done without you. You saved a lot of lives.
God be with you. Henry!
How about the sick and injured? I don't suppose...
Perhaps. Though it's very slow progress. And since the construction's...
That's how it goes with building work.
Now we have one who was hit on the head by a fallen stone. He's good as dead, but still breathing. They say the stone...
Well, what can be worse than stone blocks falling on people's heads?
I just heard some rumors. They're saying the whole construction site is cursed. A skull was found there and...
That's interesting. Maybe I should ask around.
The master builder won't tell you anything. But Brother Overseer might.
Goodbye.
Can I take a look inside the monastery?
Watch you, boy. The grounds inside the monastery. May the Lord watch over you.
God be with you.
I'd like to look at the place where the accident happened. I have your permission to enter the construction site.
And what's your interest in this matter? It's not the first accident, and I'm afraid it won't be the last.
But if the stone was actually poor quality, then there should be consequences, shouldn't there?
Consequences? Yes, maybe. Oh,
thank you.
But be careful. Don't interfere in their work, and good luck to you.
You've got no business here.
Mind out. Something with...
If you're not working here, you've got no business.
Good health to you.
The Overseer sent me. You're to show me the place where the
Like I've got time to spare to show you round. He should have done it himself.
And have you noticed anything else going on?
Of course. It's a construction site. Things are always going...
So it's just like any other building?
Essentially, yes. Occasionally someone brings in bad wood or a man cuts off his thumb and...
I'd be interested to know what the men talk.
Who's been stealing? Which men from the monastery go to visit women? How the work's going? And then there's that...
You talked about the devil's...
I did. They say it was found in the hole dug for the foundation of the scaffolding. They moved it so it would do its harm elsewhere.
And who might know more?
Shouldn't you be investigating the stone? Leszek's in charge of the scaffolding, so ask him if you really have to know. He might tell you.
Who's stealing?
According to the rumors, everyone, from the abbot and the custodian down to the lowest labor. And something gets lost here and there, that's true. But nobody stole any stone. There wouldn't be...
Where's the scene of the accident?
It didn't happen on the... It was at the outbuilding next to the church, right under the long stairs entrance door. Ask my assistant who's in charge. Farewell.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I heard you found something.
It's true. I dug it up during work. I then ran away.
And what was it that nobody was...
What do you think?
Here. On holy ground.
But it was outside the monastery walls.
Where exactly? Is there any...
Nothing but scaffolding. We started digging there to...
And are you sure it was a devil's skull?
I know what I saw. I can recognize a human skull, and this one had horns. The devil, besides. That thing gave a diabolical stink.
And where is it now? What did you do with it?
I was taking it down to the river to throw it in. Only I dropped it at the top of the slope and it rolled downhill. The devil alone knows where it ended up.
I'll see if I can find it.
Good luck to you.
The stone fell on him here. You can still see the marks. This has to be the stone that hit him. I'll take a piece of it. Maybe someone will recognize it. It looks genuine, but I'm not capable of judging.
From the yard or from the wood, lean and fatty pork, chicken and beef. We have
I feel
it all.
quite hungry.
Come and see. Manhood been wilting of late. Then buy this powder made of a unicorn's horn.
Good. Take care.
Good. Look what I've...
Our Lord's rare merchandise from all from Italy, altar candles from France, and pieces of cloth all the way from the Holy Land.
Good health.
I found this skull. People...
It certainly looks like it, with the horns and all. Well, let's see. Those are deer antlers that someone fixed to this human skull. It's not a devil, just a bit of devilry.
I'm glad to hear it's the real thing. Someone must have put it there deliberately, knowing that's where they were due to dig.
And they put a lot of work into it, too. The horns are held on tight, even though it was lying in water. Whoever did this was skilled bugger, and no mistake.
Take care.
Is that... I'll chop you to pieces, you rat! Here! The beats! Oh, slaughters! What's the matter? Come on! Come here, Lily. I'm going to enjoy this. Is that all you got? Run with your knees up! Is that all you've got? You horn!
Look what you're...
Yeah.
Hey, who's there?
Yeah. Yeah.
God's...
Here's the cursed stone that caused so much damage.
It's old and weathered. But this isn't my stone.
What?
Well, this stone isn't from my quarry. See the grain? That's not from the weathering. The stone is from somewhere else.
God be with you.
Has anything else?
I can think of a couple of things. When we were extending the scaffolding, they dug up a human
A skull with horns?
I don't know. I didn't see it with my own...
What about the second?
One of our work...
And that's unusual?
Somewhat. Usually, if someone runs away, they take things with them. But he left everything here.
I looked around, and the stone that fell on that man is different from the rest.
Yes, it's very poor. But we have to work with what we've got.
That's not what I meant. It's a kind of stone that came from Talberg. Someone must have switched it.
But why would anyone do that?
Oh, maybe he was stealing new stone and replacing it with old stuff. Or to sabotage the construction, I don't know.
But the carriage never moved. It rained a lot and we couldn't get any work done, or we'd have been up to our ankles in mud.
So someone had to take it out without being seen.
That huge piece of rock. It would take a few strong men to shift something that size. I know you're trying to help, but someone would have noticed.
The skull is a fake. Someone fixed horns on a human skull.
But where would they get a human skull?
Maybe to frighten the workers? Raise the price?
But that wouldn't help anyone. It had to be some idiot's idea of a prank. An idiot who was nearly responsible for getting a man killed. Farewell.
God be with you.
Did you see the accident?
I didn't see it. I was at the bottom and I heard something rumble.
Did you notice anything?
What? A lot of people came down to see what was happening. Even a butcher. Take care now.
Good health.
Did you see?
I didn't see it. I was... when...
Farewell.
Jesus Christ.
Did you see the...
I didn't see it. I was...
Did you...
God be with you.
Good day to you.
Did you see the accident?
I didn't see it. God be with you. What the?
Good day.
Did you see the accident?
I didn't see it. I was down at the bottom and I heard...
Did you notice anything suspicious?
No, I didn't. All I saw was a man with his head caved in, lying, trembling. May the Lord watch over you. May the Lord watch over you.
God save Henry.
Huh? No. They're off. Let me sleep.
Boo!